Hi friends, my name is Chaitanya Patke and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to take a look at the squad which the interim chief selector Wahab Riaz has announced of Pakistan, which is going to tour New Zealand for the series of 5 T20 internationals, which will begin on January 12th and end on Jan 21. The first T20 international which will take place in Auckland. Shaheen Shah Afridi is going to captain the Pakistani squad as it was announced beforehand after Babar Azam stepped down from the disastrous World Cup campaign that Shaheen Afridi will be the captain in the T20 format and Shan Masood will be the captain in the test format. The captain in the ODI format is yet to be named. Amir Jamal, who impressed one and all with his excellent pace and seam presentation during the Australian tour, as well as some lusty hits. He scored a couple of magnificent innings, including 150, has been included. Abbas Afridi, the leg spinner who was actually supposed to play in the first test instead of Sajid Khan, but unfortunately got injured, is included in this squad. Azam Khan returns to the national setup after more than a year. There were concerns about his fitness and weight, but the chief selector Wahab Riaz explained very eloquently that it is not expected that a player will lose 10 to 15 kgs in just a matter of couple of weeks to play for Pakistan. He has decided in the case of Azam Khan that he will prefer the skill set instead of the fitness, but he has given an ultimatum to Azam Khan that he needs to work on this fitness and he will train at the National Cricket Academy in Lahore to work on his fitness issues and get in shape before the start of the series. Babar Azam has been named in the squad, no surprises in it. It will be interesting to see what 2024 holds for Babar Azam. As we know, he had a disastrous World Cup campaign as well as in overall 2023, it was not his year. He couldn't impress in the tour of Australia as well, despite having very high expectations of a comeback. Many believed that after he was relieved from the burden of captaincy, he will come into his own as a batsman, but alas, that wasn't to be. But as we know that he is a world-class player and Pakistan should continue to persist with him. Given time, he will definitely put up a good performance as his form is very crucial to Pakistan chances in the T20 World Cup, which is going to be held in the West Indies and the USA. Fakhar Zaman, after impressing in the latter half of the World Cup World Cup tournament, I beg your pardon, finds himself in the squad. Haris Rauf, who has some frictions currently with the Pakistan Cricket Board, has been named in the T20 format. As we know that it is his best format. Chief selector Wahab Riaz said that those who don't prioritize to play for Pakistan in the longer format will not be entertained for selection in the future. When the team was departing for Australia, but he has now softened his stance. But the Pakistan gave Haris Rauf NOC not to play in the whole tournament in the Big Bash, but just a few games. Hasibullah Khan has been selected in the playing squad. He returns. Hasibullah Khan has impressed one and all. He has played for Peshawar Zalmi and impressed in the list matches as well, playing for Baluchistan. So he gets a well-deserved call-up. Iftikhar Ahmed is going to play in the middle order. Pakistan will be looking to emulate his form in the World Cup. Mohammad Rizwan is going to open with Babar Azam. Mohammad Wasim Jr., the bowler who impressed one and all with his Yorkers, with his reverse swing during the World Cup and left quite a positive impact in the Pakistan squad. He was one of the very few members to have a positive impression left on the minds of cricketing fans all over the world. He gets a chance as well. Shahib Zada Farhan returns to the national setup after a span of 5 years. As we know that he has just played 3 T20 internationals for Pakistan and scored 40 runs, but in the National T20 Cup he scored in excess of 450 runs in just 12 matches, which included a magnificent 104 50s, strike rate of more than 150, and he has been performing well in the Quaid-e-Azam Trophy as well. So Wahab Riaz has rewarded him with the place in the Pakistan squad. This has to be the last chance to prove his worth for Shahib Zada Farhan. He will play in the middle order and the selectors are constantly in touch with him about his fitness as well as his form and what is expected from him. Sayam Ayub is going to be the reserve opener, is going to be the backup opener. Usama Mir, the leg spinner, who we know that dropped David Warner's sitters in the ICC T20 World Cup at the ODI World Cup at the Chinnaswamy versus Australia, gets the chance. That is not the sort of reputation you would like to have that you are remembered in the minds of cricket fan for dropping a catch, and then his team went on to lose the game. The problem with Usama Mir is that he is a magnificent bowler, fantastic bowler, but he isn't able to pitch the ball in the right areas correctly more often than not, and he bowls 4 good balls and 2 bad balls, which relieves all the pressure. So he needs to work on his line and length. Zaman Khan, as we know, who bowled the last over of the Asia Cup against Sri Lanka, which actually Sri Lanka won before the World Cup 3 or 4 months ago, that is now. He also finds a place in the squad, as we know that he is currently playing in the Big Bash League. He has also secured a contract in the 100, and he has played magnificently well in the PSL as well. So good continuity from him. Pakistan has so many fast bowling options, so it will be interesting to see if Saman Khan gets a game or if Mohammad Wasim Jr. gets a game. So that is there to see. Amir Jamal has also impressed one and all during the tour of Australia. So lots of selection headaches for chief selector Wahab Riaz and the team director Mohammad Hafiz. Let's see how they deal with it. So how did you like my analysis of the Pakistani squad? Please tell me in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the bell icon for further notifications. We'll meet in the next video. Till then everyone, bye, and I once again humbly request to you all, please subscribe. Thank you.